Hello, hi, welcome to Premier Pro Wrestling's Results Show for PPW number 512 from September 9th. And we had an incredible night of pro wrestling action as we do every Friday and Saturday night. Don't forget Friday Effin' Frenzy every Friday and our live studio tapings on Saturdays in Woodstock, Illinois. If you are in southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois, the Chicagoland area, traveling in any way, you can come out and watch PPW live. You don't even have to listen to the results show. Of course, I won't stop you. I'll be more than happy to bring you through the results each week, but you could always give us support live and in living color. Don't forget to also follow us on all social media. If you're here on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell below. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Rumble, of course, where we have Friday Effin' Frenzy live every Friday night. You can go to ProWrestlingTees.com to support any of the wrestlers, any of your favorites that you have. Some new merchandise from Jesse Danger actually just dropped this week, so go on there and take a look. But let's talk about some of these results from this week, PPW number 512, which started off with our Rookie Rumble, as it has the last few weeks, a bunch of newcomers into the action, and this one was met with a surprise. We thought it was going to be all rookies until after Gavin Alonso eliminated the Masked Singer. We saw Marcus, the Science Smith, looking to do some scouting to find some new members for his team, the team of Science, or the team of Marcus, or the Science Classroom, or whatever Marcus wants to go with. We'll look at some clarification moving forward, but went out there to actually see these people himself, see if any of the rookies were worthy of joining his team. Marcus Science Smith did end up eliminating all of our competitors in the Rookie Rumble and winning the match himself. Which means, of course, that he apparently does not think that any of them are worthy. In fact, he said so afterwards, saying that none of them ended up being worthy enough. But I do want to say there were a couple people in particular that really gave Marcus the Science Smith a little bit of trouble. Gavin Alonso, a very strong competitor, was able to use his power against Marcus, and Charlie Marcone was able to use his agility and quickness and high-flying ability to make things tough for Marcus the Science Smith. But at the end of the day, Marcus picks up the win in the Rookie Rumble, and no new members of his team just yet. Following that match, we had a quick grudge match between Mickey Sin and one half of the tag team champions. That was Brandon Campbell in action today. And Brandon Campbell picks up a shocking victory, a crazy sequence at the end of the match. Mickey Sin hits a huge powerbomb on Brandon Campbell, gets the 2.5 and decides to not end the match. Instead, he ends his own pinfall and goes to put another powerbomb up for Brandon Campbell. But unfortunately for Mickey, Brandon rolls through it and pins Mickey Sin, almost like a roll-up pin, to get a victory over his opponent in this match. Brandon Campbell needed all that momentum because he'd have another match later on, but Mickey Sin, he really had Brandon Campbell down and out, done for, up until he made that huge mistake of picking up the shoulders of the man and then allowing him to get the pinfall victory. So Brandon Campbell gets another win to add to his belt right here. And it was actually a short night of action because we immediately went to the first of our two main events, which was an absolute rivalry, tons of emotion. It was Humac and El Guerrero Jose Acosta in our PPW Heavyweight Championship match. Of course, PPW, that's best 2 out of 3 falls, and this one was wild. Humac went after him early on, was going through a ton of offense against Jose Acosta, really dominant. Jose Acosta took advantage, though, eventually of a couple of mistakes by Humac, got an upper hand, was close to getting the first fall. Humek kicked out of a couple of close pinfall attempts. And then Humek went into the corner after gaining the upper hand and was laying it into Jose Acosta. Jose Acosta was getting battered in the corner. The referee stepped in an attempt to break up. You only get to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he tries to grab him, take him out of the corner. Humek, as we call it here in PPW, yeeted the referee across the ring. I mean, all the way across the ring. I mean, he really threw him like a lawn dart. It caused a new referee to come out, but Humek would not stop the abuse to Jose Acosta. He ends up getting himself completely disqualified, and this disqualification was for the entire match. So that ended the match. Of course, the heavyweight championship cannot be won via disqualification, and so Humek remains the champion, but the entire roster tried to come out to stop Humek from the abuse he was laying on Jose Acosta, and he went through everybody, had the upper hand, knocked out a whole bunch of rookies, and stood tall at the end. He's still the PPW Heavyweight champion, and now Jose Acosta, that was his number one contendership match. At the end of the show, it was announced that there will be an all-Japan style match for the number one contendership next week at PPW number 514 for that title. But Jose Acosta is not going to be happy about losing his championship opportunity, that's for sure. Our final match was an absolute PPW classic. This match is the type of match that you want to go to Patreon and pick up a membership to watch. This match shows why PPW has some of the best action in all of professional. You know what? I'm going to take that back. Not some of the best. We have the best action in professional wrestling here at PPW. This match of any of the matches I've seen over the past few months really exemplifies exactly what you mean by that. It was a triple threat match for the King of the Iron Man Championship, currently held by Rockstar Rosie. Rosie walked in as champion and took on Badass Brandon Campbell and the American Ninja Warrior Sensei, two former heavyweight champions, going up against Rockstar Rosie. This was a 30-minute lucha-style match, which meant there was only two competitors in the ring at any given time, and at any point, if a competitor went to the outside, whether it be over the top rope or through middle ropes or even underneath, the person on the outside would become legal in the match against the other competitor. This was a fast-paced match. I mean, there was so much going on in this one. We saw some incredible feats of strength, incredible athleticism. We saw some incredible moves being pulled out by a few of our competitors here in PPW. These are three of the best going in the world right now, if we're being honest with ourselves, and they really, really showed why. The first fall of the match went to Badass Brandon Campbell. He picked up a pinfall. He was in line for the King of the Iron Man if the results were to hold. Unfortunately for him, Sensei picked up a pin soon after. And then Rockstar Rosie got his own. Everyone pinning each other. Everyone giving themselves opportunities. Ties it back up 1-1 and 1. All three of the men are sitting there with a fall apiece. And eventually Rockstar Rosie is able to get a second pinfall, giving himself the lead. The other two competitors having to do a ton of work then, knowing they needed to beat Rockstar Rosie with the champion's advantage he had. Unfortunately for the other two men, they were unable to accomplish this. Rockstar Rosie is the only man with two pinfalls. He wins the match. He retains his King of the Iron Man Championship. He is the King of the Iron Man. And there he is, sitting on top of the world right now with his championship. He is going to continue holding that belt until someone else can take it from him. But it was not to be tonight. That was the main event of the night. Again, if you're in the area and want to come out, say hi to us, please feel free to. On top of that, we also announced that September 30th, Watch What You Pray For, a big major event being announced. That's going to be our monthly event. That'll be September 30th, as mentioned. September 30th will be the event. Watch What You Pray For. We will see Humek defending his PPW Heavyweight Championship at that time. But that's for then, and this is for now, and I think that'll do it for this week's Results Show. Again, follow us on social media. Check us out at ProWrestlingTees.com for any merchandise. Come support us live and in living color in Woodstock, Illinois. For all of PPW, I am Dirty Dave, and appreciate your support and continued support.